Good morning, everybody! Or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Thursday! Welcome back! I have so many things I want to farm in this game. I have so many things that I want to do. No time like the present, although I will get up in a minute because my water is bubbling. My water is boiling. My water's not hot enough yet. I gotta make some tea. It is cold. So I was like, do I want to wear a hoodie or a flannel? And then I thought, why not both? It's only like 0. It's freezing, but like exactly freezing. 32 Fahrenheit, I guess. So I'm sure by many standards it's not that cold, but for me it is very chilly, and I'm finally thinking maybe it's time for me to replace my mitts that I've let my dog chew on. I want to do a few things today. One of them is to farm at least one more torrential fragment for my Thrayir mount. And I kind of think that maybe I want to do that early because I have this idea. It's my penultimate shard. It's shard number 6 of 7. And I have this idea that if I get shard 6 of 7, I'm going to get the bloodlust. I'm going to get the rage in my eyes. I'm going to want to get number 7. You know, like once you can see the finish line, you just kind of want to grunt it out. So in anticipation of that possibility, maybe I should farm for that early rather than later. But I also want to go live and die in Molten Core to try to get closer to 100% collected from there because we've been really working that out. So dang cold, like negative 18. Oh, I'm gonna get my tea. I will be right back. One sec. At this point, we're drinking tea more so for the warmth than for the flavor. The flavor is fine, but it's not the real point of the party here. Let's find a spot to put this, and then we can put it in its coat. You know, it's chilly, so even the teapot's gotta bundle up. 2 sessions at 2 hours each to get all the torrential fragments. Probably should have spaced it out more, just wanted it to be done. There's no wrong way to do it if you had the stamina, you had the power. Power to you. I did not have that kind of power. Can you guys remind me, like, well, I'll remember. I won't remember. Like 3 minutes or so? 4 minutes? 5 minutes? Something in that range. We can get the tea. I have a feeling I've maybe overcompensated for being cold by doing too many things, and it's gonna make me really sleepy in about 15 minutes. I'm booting up the tow oven. We've got all the layers. I didn't, like, crank the heat in the office, at least. But we're doing everything else. Pretty ring. Why, thank you. You need a timer? Yeah, and it's funny. I'm sitting in front of a computer, surrounded by technology. If only there was some way for me to keep track of the time. It's crazy. Now that flight is unlocked, can say I'm 100% done with the sire now. Set a timer for you. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. I'm so lazy. Holy smokes. Every now and then I'll do something and I'll be like, did you really just do that? Yeah, sure did. Welp. What is streamer for if not sit and play game? I want to go to Duralius and Associates. I want to go to Dornagal. That's the one. My brain was trying to combine Dornagal and Borealis, and Duralius is not that far of a stretch. Also, I was watching it recently, so that was why. Can you do a timer in WoW? / timer? I'm a little scared to try that because if it does work, then I won't know how to cancel it, and then it's gonna scare the daylights out of me when it goes off. Oh, Khadgar, what do you want? This is my main. What do you want? You have quests? Fate of the Cure. This has probably been sitting here for this entire expansion. Is that new? I don't know if I'm doing it right now or not. That's funny. I don't know. Good noon hour. Good noon hour to you. Oh, for this patch. Okay. So I've only missed it for a handful of weeks. Oh, are they going to give me a pity vault? I think they're giving me a pity vault. I guess it is a new... No, it's Thursday. I played yesterday. What did I do yesterday? Short stream yesterday. That was why. I think I just did time walking. Because there was raid testing. That's right. I don't need these mogs. I usually just take these things and then trade them for gold. I could do sockets or I could not do sockets. We're going to replace the skier anyway. Can you... I'll take my bribery. Thank you. I can do 3 of these. And that'll be 3,000 gold, you know. Make a little dent in my Molten Core crafted mog shopping. Work, get the work. A little on-screen movable timer with an X to close it down. Oh. The War Within is the first expansion I haven't played since BC due to other games taking up my interest. Would you advise coming back right now? We're kind of preparing for the next major patch, so it's a good time to come back in and get settled. And I am expecting this next patch to be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, hi, kitty cat. I'd say if you have the time and interest, now's a great time. But if you don't, then there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing says that we all must play WoW until the day we die. Gremlin time. Oh, come on, sweetie. Up you get. Hi. You take me out here. There we go. Have we tried the new drive mount? I have not even touched it. I am a little afraid about the motion sickness, but I'm just kind of hoping for the best. You want to see this kitty cat? Oh, hi. Hi. You got some good purse. She's been doing good. You're a little crusty again, but I think that's just because either the dog licks you or you start grooming your chest and then you give up and you leave it all wet and it dries all funny. But I can usually scritch it out of her. Timer went off. Thank you. Okay, let me get my tea. I brought paraphernalia for this job. What? Double tea bags. Small cup. I don't know where the Siren Isle is on the map, to be honest with you. It is something, like, lore-wise, it's somewhere off the coast of, like, the BFA zones, I think. In-game, I don't know. I just take the Zeppelin back there. Twitch anniversary, it's a new day. Any rooms for rent up there in Canada? Asking for a friend. What if I get a place with a suite and then I can be a landlord for one person and I charge way more than market value because you're renting from streamer? That's not any less dystopian. What kind of tea are we warming hands with today? This is the store brand version of a raspberry zinger, as they call it. I should do the thing to get flying out here. It seems silly not to. Hi, kitty cat. I've been playing for 17 years at this point. Playing until the day I die is starting to look pretty likely. Oh, I just described a regular renter. I don't know. Even if I bought a place that had a suite, I was looking at one, and in the world where I could afford it, I was thinking about using it as, like, either, you know, guest space for, like, visiting family, or the plan that I was kind of excited about was setting it up as, like, a discreet, you know, hazelnutty corpse office space. Not that I'm hiring any staff or anything like that, but just to have a little more separation between work life and personal life. Survive a ride in the Sky Piercer. Did I not just do that? Do I need to get up, huh? I should maybe read what they want me to do. Take my balloon up. Is it your balloon? Yeah, it's your balloon. See if you can keep it stable. And it's also got a... Oh, this balloon! I found it! What tier of sub is the one bed, one bath under the streaming studio? Oh man. I mean, if we shamelessly exploit, then maybe we can afford to get the house. 87, thank you for the 13-month resub. Happy Thursday, Hazel and Squad. Thank you very much. Happy Thursday. They want me to steer. Which is really asking a lot of me. Hi, kitty. Maybe it's just like a Simon Says thing. They'll tell me which way to steer. Push forward. Push right. Oh. I'll just click on these. That's fine. Biggest kitty on. sleepy. I felt awful because I was leaving this morning and she was kind of purring like she wanted to say hi to me. And my brain wasn't fully on because it was early. And I just kind of went to the shower and then I was like, why didn't you say hi to your cat? You can always stop to say hi to your cat. So I'm making it up to her now. Probably drink some hot tea, have chest cold. Lots of hot tea. Water too. Lots of sleep. That's usually, I mean, when possible with life and stuff, but it works good for me. That's my cheat code, is just maximizing my amount of unconscious time when I'm sick, and I can usually get better like 2 days faster, but that's just me. I want to push forward. Oh, man. I think I did one Molten Core run yesterday, and I think I got not a single thing. I think I received nothing new for doing it. I did go shop and buy a few more items, but it just makes me want to try it again. I got more characters. I got plenty of alts that could do it. Push left. Forward. Okay, we're doing it. We're getting there. Got my Stormcrow out last week. Just finished Glory of the Delver today. Let next season come soon, please. Forward. Yeah, it should be fun. Finished the last day of Heroic Raid testing yesterday, so I've seen all the bosses on Heroic to some extent. I'm going to do a little bit more testing on Friday when they first crack open LFR. I'm going to queue for some of it to just have a look-see, because I don't have terribly good footage of Muggsy yet. He's like a ogre boss that has 2 heads, and then depending on which side of the room you fight him on, you're fighting a different head, and you have to kind of like move him back and forth. I don't know why I think LFR is going to do a good job of that for pushing the fight, but I don't know, maybe you won't have to at LFR. I just need to see a little more of it. Silly discussion of the week. How many chuggas before saying choo-choo? I mean, how far has the train got to go? How many obstacles are on the track? 8. The answer is 8. The correct answer is 8. My correct answer is 8. Testing that on Heroic was a time and a half. Our group was bad at Muggsy because it was the 3rd boss that day and everybody was fried, and we had like a sub-raid lead who was really doing their best. They were doing great, but like we weren't doing the fight correctly, and we weren't making any changes to do it more correctly. So we just kept wiping over and over again at the same stuff. It was it was not my favorite moment of my life. I guess I could do, oh, you know what? I should still do weeklies for the Flame Blessed Iron. Like, I kind of ran out of steam with Siren Isle regular stuff when I can fly here. That's so weird. When I, whatchamacallit, finished up with, I ran out of steam for regular stuff when I finished up with the meta achievement, but I need tons of, I'm saving up, Flame Blessed Iron for a mount, so I need that too. And I have to do the weekly thing anyways before they'll even let me in to the storm so I can finish farming, so. Siren Isle it is today. No Molten Core, even if that's what the heart wants. The heart's just gonna have to wait. Gallywix is the only boss that is not receiving public-facing testing. Just the last one. They seem to really have the raid size and format in terms of that down to a nice science. Just, I'm good with it. Although, I will need to try and get my Gallywix guide out sooner than the Onsort guide, which is still not out. I think I'm gonna shame post that, like, right before I post one of the new guides, so it can just, like, sneak out on there, so it'll be available for whenever the victory lap comes on. I'm not finished it anyway, but I'm like in the middle of it. I've been in the middle of it for ages. The warm-up guide, right? Yeah, just to kind of get back in the guide-making saddle. Okra Literature Club. Sure. Go this way. Everyone was fried. The ad hurt like heck. You still won't be able to fly in storm mode. Oh. Well, I suppose I can make my peace with that. That's a little bit disappointing. That's not wildly disappointing. Hello, hope you're well. Hello, Rachel. I'm doing well, thank you. I got it to yoga this morning, and I only did kind of sort of okay because I was tired. I skipped a lot of vinyasas. And I was at the end, you know, I finished my practice and I'm resting. And I could tell when it was time for me to start thinking about getting up, because normally it's either I start getting cold, I feel like my body come back to normal, or I get just like hungry, or my mind like wanders so far that I'm like, I gotta get up or I'm gonna like fall back asleep. I was resting in Shavasana and I started planning out my satisfactory factor. I started thinking about what I wanted to do to it next. And I thought, this is not necessarily why I've come to the yoga studio. This is not what brings the folks into the shala. Schedule seems intense. Which schedule? Yoga schedule? I eased off it. I don't do 6 days a week anymore. I go in 4 days and then I do one, I guess I do 5 days, but one of them's a light day. So I get 2 full rest days a week and sometimes 3 if it's a moon day. I'm taking it pretty easy. It's just because it's early, but early is really the best time for me to go because it means that I can do it before a stream. I can get out of the way. And it's the only time that I'm comfortable driving downtown is like before 8 a.m. basically when the traffic's not crazy yet. Ideally before 7 a.m. Otherwise, I'm taking the bus, which is a lot more time and sometimes stress. I need to find a better bus stop. I don't like the bus stop I'm using right now. It is kind of a hub of public disorder, and I've had about enough of it. But yeah, I was doing a little more satisfactory. I'm playing with Flabby, and I'm playing on my own. And what I want to do is I want to take some time and not even worry about what I'm producing in Satisfactory. I want to just build a building, build a facility, and try to make it neat and give it a variety of like imports and outports and stuff. I basically want to make like the computer case so that I can put the parts in it and have things be routed nicely and have places to walk and places for the belts and stuff, and not just a big spaghetti mess that I don't understand. I probably should have some idea of what I want to put in there before I make it, but I figure I'm just going to make it big with lots of options, you know, like, and then I'm going to try and work from there, because right now my factory stresses me out and I don't even want to look at it. So I think I need to like make a new building and just work on the building for a while, you know, work on making it navigable and making it comfortable to get around. I gotta figure out getting up and down floors if I want to do that with like hyper tubes. I also want labels because right now I have to remember what everything's for, and that's not going very well. Also, I should consider how much time and effort I want to put into this game, because it's kind of consuming me and it's not really for anything except for, I guess, me. But I feel like there's like a limit to how long I can get away with yammering about it on stream before people are like, is she talking about the factory thing again? Because it's kind of boring if you're not playing. It's like when I was a teenager, my friends wouldn't shut up about WoW, and I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know any of these words. And then I had to learn the game to find out what the words were. And then, you know, 15 years later, here we are. Been watching a friend play that game. It seems really fun. It's really fun, especially if you enjoy crafting games and like automation crafting games. It's a really clean example of one. It's not perfect, but nothing's perfect. I don't know why I don't even know why I said that. It is perfect. Oh, making me want to start at Satisfactory again myself. I'm just like, I was daydreaming about like, oh man, imagine if every floor had like catwalks and it had like conveyors, you know, routed all nicely, like either on the walls or on the ceiling. And imagine if it had like little pathways in between things and labels for what each thing was being made. And I finally accepted. Did I not have? I guess that was just my ring. I finally accepted that I'm gonna have to make some notes on pen and paper to figure out my crafting lines, because once you get much more complicated than just the first 2 types of material, I feel like the flowcharts get a little messy, and I need to start considering my ratios. I need to start not doing math per se. Let's not get crazy. Let's not call it math, but it would be nice if my machines had more uptime and we're not constantly running out of screws. That's how I learned about new games, and importantly, why it's interesting for you. You know more WoW words than them now, for sure. I would be shocked. I don't know any of my high school friends anymore. I completely lost track with everybody I grew up with when I grew up and moved a million times. But I would be surprised if any of them still played. Not like completely shocked, because it's a great game and it's still kicking around, but I think they were already pretty much done with it before we even graduated. Maybe they came back. Who knows? Ratios are totally not math, right? That's what I'm saying. None of this is gonna be math. It's just nice planning. It's nice when everything moves smoothly and doesn't back up too much, you know? Because my early factories have huge problems with things backing up too much. Terrible, terrible efficiency. Also, I keep blowing fuses, and I really thought I was never going to do that. I was like, just have more power than you're using, duh. And then I used more power than I had, and then I made it go poof. Oops. What am I doing? I'm firing the big cannon. Wise men once said, I love it when a plan comes together. Oh dear. It's funny because people say that the game is like really good for people that are natural like engineers and like software people as well. Like it's just kind of a satisfying playground for them. And I feel like I'm playing it in a way where I'm not a natural engineer or software developer, but rather I am the worst nightmare of every engineer and software developer. Except that instead of making a bunch of problems that somebody else fixes, I make a bunch of problems and then I have to fix them because it's my game. So you know, we've got learning to do for sure. Oh. It's nice that I can just fly up here and not have to worry. It's a lot nicer to get around to do weeklies now that we can fly. I'm pretty happy with that. Also, is Narathor up? I guess I can get to rares a lot faster now too. This is nice. Ooh, and for finding the treasures as well, because I was having a hard time finding treasures. I need another 2 thunderous fragments as well, and I thought it would be really funny if I ended up getting stuck on those, because thunderous fragments are not usually what people complain about getting bottlenecked at. It's usually the torrential fragments, but I figured it's possible that I just get stuck. I'm playing Satisfactory with Flabby. I think I would play almost any game with Flabby. Other people, probably not. And honestly, me and Flabby playing Satisfactory is pretty funny because he wants to explore, he wants to fight things, he wants to shoot things, which is great because I'm not doing any of that, but he'll come back with a bunch of power shards and be like, what do you want to overclock? And I'm like, nothing, my ratios, my power consumption. You don't want these overclock shards? And it's, we haven't quite found the groove yet. What do you play Curiosity with, Flabby? What is Curiosity? Have to be in the storm to get the thunderous fragments? Oh. You can't just randomly get one from a chest outside of the storm? It's a bummer. Am I soloing this? That doesn't seem very wise. I thought there's... I don't know what I thought. I'm not even thinking. I need to drink my tea. I need some tea. I haven't had any yet. Is it still hot? Oh, yeah. I like these Bygone Riches crates because I need at least 2 more things. A tarnished Vrykul cleaver and some Zandalari tongs. Well. Oh, the cat game that you hated. Yeah, probably not. Curiosity would be a great name for a cat game. Resting that the dragon does is painful. That did hurt. Man, I think doing these... I mean, I know I'm still messing around with doing them, but I think doing these weeklies is going to be so much nicer. Now that, we can fly around here. Because I want to get more stuff for the Flame Blessed Iron. I want to clear out Soeezy's loot. He's got all the best stuff. I'm sure there will be fun things. There are other things, and it's nice for catch-up gear as well, and all of that has appearances, and I'm going to want all of it eventually. But, you know, I need a wave shredder right now. I've got important waves to shred. They have sensitive information on them. Would be a terrible name for a cat game. You don't want to kill your cat in a game, do you? It's a very literal interpretation. Can't fault you for that. I'm queen of literal interpretations. This morning. So when I first started going to Mysore, my teacher would ask me, am I getting it? Do I feel like I'm getting it? Or are you getting the hang of it? And I would say things like, yes, or maybe, or I don't know, because I would think about it way too literally. And I would be like, well, that's a really wide scope of question. This is a really deep and kind of never-ending practice. Of course I can't possibly get it. And if I think I get it, I probably don't, because there's probably layers to it I have not yet uncovered. But of course that's way too much to say, so I just go, I don't know. And then I was listening today to him ask another new person that question, and they go, yeah, it's feeling pretty good. And I'm like, that's all I needed to say. That's all I needed to say. They were not asking about your take on life in the universe and your eternal place in it. You were really overthinking that one. But that's... sometimes it's hard to get away from the literal interpretation. Oh, man. Also, I'm not my brightest when I'm out in the world because I'm always kind of at a semi-state of panic because it's just anxious being around strangers. So, and it's worse talking to them. So, when asked a question, I will sometimes give strange answers. I am using all the things, and can I mog it to track my collection on this Iron Isle? They should have specified that they weren't asking about life in the universe in general. It's also hard because I feel like early with yoga, you're just kind of trying to hang on and not snap anything. And you know that there's a lot more to the practice, even beyond just like getting further into the poses. Like, you know that there's a lot more of like development and learning even within the same physical posture. Even just changing your breath or like calming your mind can make it feel completely different. So there's a lot of room there. But yeah, I was getting it well enough to keep going anyway. That's the important thing. I can't open this chest. I don't have the thingy for it. I need another book. I need one book. Their books are this way. Also, I've greatly upset some Ukan scoundrels. So to conclude, I think you and I aren't getting it. Yeah, I'm definitely not the only one. There's also no one right way to interact with other people. I don't think the way I handled it was wrong. They didn't kick me out or yell at me or anything. I think my teacher has now realized that he can't jokingly ask me to do something because I will take him 100% seriously and do it, so he's... you know, we're all learning. It's not just me. It was... I was right in front of the windowsill, and I was doing like a leg lift thing, and he's like, oh, you should just put your foot up on the windowsill, and I like started to do it, and he's like, no, I'm joking. Wouldn't that be easy? And I'm like, yeah, it would be. Thought this was a great cheat code. You got me. I'm pretty easy to prank. I'm fairly gullible. I wanna go here. Sure, leave toe prints. I need to give my mat a bath today. Like a proper soak of a bath. I think it needs it. I have like an open-celled rubber mat, which is great for some things and only okay for other things. There should be like a book around here somewhere. Up the stairs maybe? That's not a book, that's a notice. That's a bulletin. No, over here? Don't tell me the book. Oh, I know. Sometimes you gotta use your thinker, and sometimes the thinker's not awake yet. I had my coffee. I don't have any good excuses. I gotta kill this guy up here. Both getting it and not getting it. You get what it's all about, but you aren't quite yet. Just going with it. I mean, maybe I get what it's all about. Maybe I don't. Who's to say? I've learned enough in my life to know that I don't know very much. And that I'm probably going to always be learning. And for all I know, everything I'm learning is completely an illusion. What are you hiding? Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter how cute you get. Alright. I think of some things in my life as kind of stocking up universe points. This is going to sound bananas, by the way. And it's not like a thing I need people to adopt or anything. But I guess it's just a way of like ascribing meaning to certain life experiences. You know, like I will you know, spend some cuddle time with my cat, or I will do a favor for my mom, or what's another example? Like, just like usually helping people, doing things for other people, and just kind of like connecting with my loved ones. And those things, I feel like, regardless of how productive or not productive I'm doing, are always worth universe points. I will always be glad I did them. Like, when at the end of my life, when I'm out of time, whenever that is, if I had a review screen, I wouldn't regret those things, and I would be glad they happened. And it's nice that you can do those things anytime. So I try to make sure I fit a few of them in. Oh, kitty cat. You get a lot of pets because of that. I don't think I'm ever going to regret how much I snuggled my kitty. You're so cute. You're such a sweetie. Hi. You look great today. Hi. Taking things seriously and literally has been an ongoing theme of my life. Feel you on that. I am glad that I've at least learned to relax a bit from when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, not only would I take things literally, but I would also be a jerk about it. And like insist on sticking to my initial interpretation. I would want to be logically persuaded rather than just accepting general social conventions of not being annoying. And it took me a while to grow out of that. We should probably finish the book thing and the cart thing and then go into the storm. Love to hear some kid stories about taking things too literally. Gosh, my mom would have more of those than me. I used to drive my dance teacher up the wall, though, because if she wanted me to do something, I needed her to say exactly what she wanted me to do. Exactly. Verbatim. In my 20s, I thought I knew everything, and now in my late 50s, I feel I know nothing. I also thought I knew everything in, like, my teens and my 20s, which is kind of like a feature of that era of your life. That's normal. It's kind of what you're supposed to be. But, yeah, I thought I had a lot more figured out than I did. Hi, sweetie. Now, all I need to do for the betterment of my my life and future is somehow connect making YouTube videos and doing my gosh darn job to universe points and not to just personal gain. I have this messed up idea that it's greedy to want to earn money, and therefore I should just not worry about it. And I don't think, like, obviously this is more of a subconscious thing. It's not like a logical thing that I'm thinking of every time I try to sit down or whatever. But I don't feel like I'm doing anybody any favors. But I know some people really do get a kick out of it. And I just need to remember that and frame it that way. I need to find a way to feel like somebody will be better off for what I've done. We need to do ore samples. I think I failed to loot a few ore samples over here. Why do you think it's greedy? Well, because, you know, I don't need it. I'm not dying. There's a general principle of not taking more from the earth and from the world than you than you need, and there's some notion that if I can buy my groceries and pay my rent, that should be enough. It's not very capitalist. I am paying taxes in that money, that's true. I should try to spend more of my money locally. I'm kind of cheap, so sometimes I will spend money at big chains that will give me more goods for less. As opposed to putting it back into the local businesses, because sometimes it's spendy to buy locally. Depends on what it is. Alright, let's turn this in. And then we need like 2 more books. Yeah, I think you're right. I want to get these ones. I want to get my... Well, am I going to get the Stormcrow out today? I want to get at least 1 more torrential fragment. That's a more reasonable bar. I camped the boss and then I just left the boat. I didn't even open the chest. My word. Songs of the Siren is gonna be... Oh, it's right there. Can't fix Sleepy. Should be enough to see how many universe points you have. Yeah, I think applying too much quantification to it might just miss the point. I think for me, it's more about keeping things in perspective and remembering to ascribe value to things that feel meaningful, even if they're not an obvious source of other kinds of value, like, you know, productivity-wise. We turn in the books. We go over here. Reminds me of a comic strip. Local businesses selling the same junk they bought at Walmart, the $5 store, but at a huge markup.
Shine on you.
Huh. Going to the storm. Time to farm. Do I have a lot of iron? Oh, I got the cleaver. Oh, I really appreciate that they do not seem to give you duplicate appearances in these riches crates. That's super nice. Don't think I did my dailies every week to unlock flying. I think you can catch up. Oh, also, I got the toy. Let me check. Let me see what this looks like. Is this not supposed to put a ring on? Do they not know where to put it on gnomes? I thought the whole point. Oh, there it is. Hang on. It's shadow form. Shadow form prevents the visual of the Circe circlet. Yeah, gnomes have 3 fingers and 1 thumb, and you're welcome. You'll never be able to unsee that. There's the ring. Welcome to this horrible knowledge. And that ring, yeah, it really draws attention to it, right? Also, Shadow Priest Main was wondering where the heck the ring was. Yeah, that's funny. I would bug report it if I cared. Okay. Storm time. Storm time. Oh. 7,500. So I get another 2,500 Flame Blessed Iron, and I can get a Wave Shredder. Guessing gnomes flipping the bird may be a tad difficult for them. They can't do the Spock thing, that's for sure. There's just there's just no way to make it even. Lots of Shadow Priest mains in the chat. I wonder, I'll never know, but I wonder what the stats are for, like, what classes my stream audience tends to play, because I feel like it might skew a little. It must skew a tiny bit priest heavier than other places. Priest, hunters, druids, because A, that's what I tend to play, and B, I feel like that's what our general vibe of people is a little bit more likely to play. Obviously not like a, you know, complete rule, but poll? Yeah, you would need to put too many options in it. I think I can only have 4 options for a poll. Okay, let's pick up some equipment and let's go join a farming group. Priest mains are cool. I think so too. I want to ride, if I'm going to be on a ground mount. And I am actually, even though I guess it's annoying that you cannot fly in the storm. Anytime that I have a good excuse to be Johnny. I love this mount. This is great. This might be better than Tyvan. And that's saying something, because Tyvan's a big old fluffy puppy dog. We could do rolls, though. Without having data about, like, what the... I don't have a control group, so I wouldn't... I mean, it would be interesting to look at, but I want to know... I don't need to know anything. I would like to take this moment to help dispel the idea that the thumb is not a finger. Just as mythical as it's wrong to end a sentence with a preposition. Maybe it's just because I've been looking at jewelry lately, but I think it's important to distinguish between thumb rings and other finger rings. I would wear rings on other fingers. I don't know if I would wear a ring on my thumb. They'll sell them to you. I don't know if it's for me. DH main, Druid main alt, here for the vibe. Is it a fancy thing? Fancy finger? Too early in the morning to think smart stuff like that. What's next in Hazel's jewelry collection? I think I'm due for a tiara. And I'll just wear it every day. It'll just be my new thing, and then every time somebody mentions it, I'll be like, problem? And then we'll just, eventually people will stop mentioning it. And new people will come in and be like, yo, why is this chick wearing a tiara? And we'll be like, don't worry about it. You don't have a tiara. Are brass knuckles a ring? It's the violent evolution of is hot dog sandwich. Yeah. We've been looking at wedding jewelry. Apparently there's a lot of different ways to wear a wedding ring. The North American thing is to do like a stack for women, to have like your actual wedding band, and to wear it first on your ring finger on your left hand, and then to add your engagement ring on top of that. But depending on the shape of your engagement ring and the size of your fingers and stuff, and also just like how much bling you're trying to wear on a day-to-day basis, might be a lot of bling. Yeah, for me. Notice didn't want to be the one to say anything. I was starting to wonder, I started to figure that people were generally in that camp. Which is very nice of you guys to respect my privacy like that. I've been wearing it on stream for a whole week. I've been wearing a ring on stream since last Wednesday. Or last Thursday, I guess. Thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Not a surprise, nice you made it official. We didn't think, I wasn't planning to ever get married again. And then we were kind of talking about it, and then we kept talking about it, and then we just realized we really wanted to. So, I'm gonna get married. Respect personal boundaries. Let you put it what you want to into the world. It was hard not to talk about it too much on stream because like I've got like major wedding rings. I've been looking at rings and stuff. Timeline? Yeah, pretty early this year. Because there are some contingent factors where there are people that it would be really important, it would be really nice if they could attend the wedding, and due to life, it's probably better to do it sooner rather than later kind of thing. Gonna have to move from mystery partner to mystery husband. Gives me odd sense of hope for humanity. Do you want to see my sparkly? I've been dying to show you guys. I've been trying not to stare at it on stream because I'm obsessed. He interviewed me on like ring styles and cuts and like metal types and everything for like we were talking about them for ages to try to figure out what I liked, and then he had one custom made. It's I really like it. It's let me see if we can get a focus on it. Well, it's got a marquee diamond in the middle, and it's got some other little ones on the side, and it's really sparkly. Is Moose gonna be the ring bearer? Based on what we're currently planning, I don't think he can come, but I might, like, after the ceremony, just come back and walk him before meeting up with anybody. Love it. Thank you. We did a lab diamond, not a natural diamond. Nobody asked, but I think it's kind of cool that they can make diamonds in a lab now. Yeah, it's rose gold. It's rose gold, which is not like a super common choice, and I was a little worried about it being too like trendy into 2014, and then I was like, if you like it, just shut up and ask for it. You know. 5 more to go, you can call yourself Thanos. But yeah, I was looking into different wedding band traditions because it sits flush in my hands, so it won't fit another band under it. Like the setting is nice and it's super secure, which I appreciate because I don't want to lose this stone. But another ring would have to curve around it, and I didn't know if I wanted to have like a chevron or a wishbone or an open wedding band. I kind of just wanted like a classic plain straight one. So what I'm thinking I might do is after the wedding, wear the wedding band on the left hand, and then if I want to still wear this one because it's pretty and I want to wear it, I can swap it to my right hand. It's not super conventional for North America, but apparently it's a thing in like Germany. Or at least that's what the wedding websites were trying to tell me. Germans confirm, deny. How do your wives wear their rings? Or how do you wear your rings? Depending. It for sure is. Make new tradition, shove ring up nose. I don't know how you lasted so long. I would have been so forward with the left hand. If you look at the VODs, I feel like the first day that I got engaged, which was, it was on the 15th after stream. So the first day I wore the ring was a week ago. I like kept it pretty hidden, but not completely hidden. I made a point not to like big cam and just like hold a drink. And then as the days progressed, I got like a little bit more brazen with it every day. Wearing it on your right, not all that uncommon, just an elder tradition. I'm so happy for you right now. Thanks. I'm happy for us too. It's been fun. It's not like, it's kind of a, if I do move this year, if we move this year and we buy this house, it's going to be kind of a busy year. And the hard thing is there's the world in which I just push the go button on the move before we even have the wedding, and I just like struggle for like a while, and then hopefully we get it all settled down, because it is a good time in the market right now to move. And I am otherwise ready, but then I'm like, do you really want to mess with that? But then I'm like, kind of, I don't know. I'm so hyped. Have it in the backyard. Yeah, that's if we can get a place with a backyard. It's not necessarily a given. He didn't propose on stream. We actually talked about it. I vetoed that because I didn't want to make like a media. Not a media spectacle, but like I didn't want it to be. I wanted it to be like a for us thing and not like a for content thing. But we were joking about it because I was streaming when he got the ring in. We were talking about having it be a surprise, but we talked about it too much, so it was impossible for it to be a surprise because I knew everything. So like I knew that he was getting the ring from the delivery person when it like showed up, and I heard it on the stream, and we were talking about if he should just come propose right away because we were like really not wanting to wait because we got really excited. Only a sponsor covers house. Totally private thing. Someone clip the ring cam moment. Now I really want to meet him. Maybe at some point we just might. He's a good egg. Same story my bestie had with the delivery man knowing the proposal was about to happen. You want to tell us how the proposal went? We were joking about how as soon as it came, we were going to be like, should we go to the beach? Should we go for a walk? Hey, look, it's not raining. Let's go somewhere scenic right now. But basically, like, after stream ended on that day when it was here, we just decided we picked a place to go walk. And we brought Moose, and I strapped his bow tie on him so he could be fancy. And then we went to a walk. We went to a nice place. There was some gardens. We went to a government house. If you've ever been here, there's some beautiful gardens with some lovely views and little private nooks and stuff. It was very sweet. You at least have to pass on high fives from chat. Taking notes. There's like a beautiful old castle on those grounds, and we didn't go inside or anything because that's where like it's like a place where somebody lives. And I think you can do tours, but it's not generally. The grounds are open to the public, but the castle isn't. But we were telling my partner's nieces and family on FaceTime, and his brother was like, "Yeah, I'm telling the girls that you guys got engaged in a castle." Too wholesome, can't compute. Okay. I didn't think we were gonna do it, but then sometimes you just change your mind. Besides, I already knew I wanted to keep him forever, but I extra knew I wanted to keep him forever after we got Moose and raised him from a puppy, because not only did that go like really well between us despite how stressful and overwhelming it was, but also Moose loves both of us to pieces and equally. So we gotta stay together for the dog. Is it weird to say I'm proud of you? That's okay. It's funny. I was the commitment phobe this time around. I was the holdup. And then I was like, is it too soon? I'm like, well, no. No, it's not. That's fine. All right, I want to do another one of these quests. We're going shoreline stand. I haven't gotten any fragments. No. You are not records. Not too soon. I thought for sure somebody would say something when I was talking about how you can totally get wedding dresses custom made for you on Etsy. I figured that would have tipped somebody. We do. Yeah. I figured some people had caught on. We're just kind of waiting for me to say something. Katie, do you want back up? Big expense coming up. I don't think we're actually, I mean, we are having a wedding, so it's not going to be no expense, but we're not really going to do a traditional reception because we're not really like attention people, says the professional streamer. We're not really like, center of attention party kind of people. I mainly just want some lovely photos and a chance to kind of like see all the family, or the main family anyway. Yeah, BlizzCon, right? In the house. This is why I really got to get back on my YouTube grind, is so that I can... It's not that I can't afford the expenses in my life, I can, but every time I pay for one, I like freak out a little bit about, oh man, that was a lot of money. Am I cut out to be a grown-up? Were your close friend Ian get ordained? I wish. In British Columbia, there is no such thing as just getting a courthouse wedding or just going to the courthouse or just having your friend get ordained online. You must be married by either a marriage commissioner or an officiant. They must be licensed. It's not just something that your friends will randomly get done. So it takes... It's not that you can't elope, you certainly can. A commissioner is like, I don't know, 100, 150 bucks. You can book them online. There's like a list of them and their contact information and stuff, and you can have them show up to pretty much wherever. So you can totally do like a cheap backyard wedding if you have like backyard to host it in and stuff. But it's definitely not like some places in the States where you can just kind of have anybody marry you if they just do like an internet certificate thing. Nice to celebrate, have a reason to dress up. Yeah. Can you imagine getting married at BlizzCon? Has anybody done it? I mean, I'm sure that you could get married at like one of the hotels or venues like in the area around the same time and then just go party at BlizzCon. It would be fun to party with your friends like that. How close are you to the mount? I need 2 more thunder fragments and 2 more torrential fragments. Sure, people got married at BlizzCon, sure. I know people get married at Disney all the time. Ex proposed to me at Blizz 2019 under the dark moon. Couple did that, but for TwitchCon. I don't know why I don't know why that surprises me more than BlizzCon. Is BlizzCon more romantic than TwitchCon? Yeah, getting married at Disney sounded really appealing to me when I was like 19, 20. It does not sound so appealing to me anymore, but that's just because I still love my Disney memories, but you know, the property does not hold such a commanding place in my life anymore. Super says grats. Can you have the officiant sign the license and have a friend marry you? No, the officiant needs to say the thing. But what you could do is you could get an officiant, do your ceremony, get legally married, and then you could have like an event where your friends say whatever they want. You could like kind of play act it out again. People do that. Where you're like already technically married legally and the paperwork's all filed and stuff, but you have your event later. If you really wanted a friend to stand up and ask, do you take you and do you take you and do you guys want to like smooch and stuff? It's what they do, right? So, I want to do my quest, and then I'm gonna wanna get into a group. I'll probably wanna like refresh my bomb. I only have 13 minutes on bombs. I just want to finish all the weeklies before I start farming. 7,700 fragments. We have come here today to ask these two people, do you want to like smooch and stuff? Did prep for presentation. Congrats again. Thank you. Good luck on your presentation. Got ordained as a joke, one of those online churches when I was 19 or 20. I think I may be able to technically officiate a wedding. Loose in a tux. Woof, 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 woof. Mama, thank you for the 68-month resub. We were joking about how we could get Moose to help propose by like having the ring in like a little thing, little pouch in his collar or something like that. Or have him like carry it. And I was saying, nothing where the ring may end up requiring an emergency vet visit, requiring any scrutiny during bathroom visits, nothing with the ring in any food or otherwise. And also, you know, if Moosey brings me the ring and I go 1,000 times yes, do I have to marry Moose? Moosey, I do. To be fair, he's a very handsome dog. He's a cute boy. My little baby. The chance of the ring chasing a rabbit, right? Marmo, thank you for the 68-month resub. Alright, who in chat is feeling charitable and wants to propose to me? I hear Moose is available. He looks good in the suit. Well, at least in a bow tie. Okay. Turn this in, and then get out of the storm. I wonder if I'll get enough fragments for the wave shutter mount today. Maybe? Maybe not. Okay. We're gonna leave and then come back. Do you have a pic of Moose with the tie? Oh, I do, actually. I took some before we went out on our walk, because I was like, he looks so handsome, I want to remember. I want a nice picture of Moo Moo. Let me see. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, no. Hang on, that photo's not very in focus. Too much portrait mode. We need the good focus on the tie. Yeah. This is about as good as it's gonna get. Handsome boy. He does have a black bow tie, but I couldn't find it, so he had to wear the plaid. I believe he looks cute with it, but I want to make sure myself. He's just so handsome. He's such a sweet baby. Well, look at him. I just want to scratch him behind the ears and give him a big smooch on the forehead. That's his LinkedIn profile. Oh, man. He's a good pop-up. And Kitty, you're very nice, too. You're very nice, too. I want to... What do I want to do? I want to disenchant this neck. I want to get back in the storm. I want to grind out a delightful torrential fragment for the day. At least one. Minimum one. Unless we get the bloodlust. I feel the same way about my puppy too. I'm really obsessed. Post that in the pet pics. I should. I've got some cute ones. I've got some cute ones of Moose and Kira too that I should drop. Kira and Moosey, who are the big winners here, right? If I stop to try to fight Slaughter Shell, he's gonna slaughter me. Can you torrential fragment farm in a raid group? I guess I can join it and find out, because they're over 6. Worth a try. I'll start a new one, actually. Since she's your office manager, did you have to run the engagement by Kira first? Yeah, I think she thinks I can keep him. Whoa, 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 whoa. She likes him a lot. She did not like him for the first, like, week. Because her and I were having mom and kitty time. And then all of a sudden an outsider comes and I'm, like, going out all the time and I'm not as home. And there's somebody else competing for my attention and she was like, who are you? I've got some great, I don't know if I have pictures, but I have memories of her just perched as far away from him as possible on the bed, just giving him like a death glare. But I think it took her about maybe 7 days, 8 days to realize that he's really warm. And that also he's a very nice person. And she's claimed him. I'm definitely her number one, but she really likes him. How do people heal Dawnbreaker keys? I want to say tears. Panic. The trash always gets out of control in Dawnbreaker for me, like always. I didn't bring the bombs, did I? I didn't bring the bombs. I gotta go back and get the bombs. Let's go get the bombs. Prediction? Weird dreams stories told on stream might start to be wedding-themed weird dreams. Oh, I don't know. I went away. I needed to go this way. Glad it only took a week. Yeah. Some people's, I've seen like YouTube shorts and stuff of people that like, you know, they move in a partner. And even years later that like the cat, sometimes dogs, but cats in particular will be like, no. Or like they'll accept the person, but like really grudgingly and with occasional violence. Kitty saves her violence for the dog, and really she only swipes at the dog if he has thwapped her in the face with his tail, which he does completely on accident, but it hurts like a mother, so I totally get it. I totally get being mad. It hurts when he thwaps me with his tail in the face, and she's like the size of his tail. Birds are the worst at accepting significant others. Morning, Hazel. Good morning. I hope you're having a lovely Thursday. Fabulous selfie group. Warm it up. I'm gonna make a fresh group. Alright, we got half an hour worth of bombs. I'm posting up a group. I'm cackling. Let's see if we can get a fragment. We'll start with one and then see how we're feeling. See how long it takes to get the first one. When I get my first dog, no one is allowed to see him for the week. I need to make sure he loves me the most first, of course. I feel like getting in with a dog is all... Oh, lucky! I only need one more thunderous fragment now. Just about, like, love, snacks, consistency, and repetition. They remember who shows up with the good vibes every day. I don't know if it matters when in your life you meet them. Obviously getting in early helps. Man, I was looking through all my puppy videos of Moose because I do that reflexively. And I was sucking up to that dog. There's just so so many videos of me being like, puppy, just like slowly petting him while he falls asleep for ages. That's also all I need to be happy. What does someone have to bring me in order to gain Moose's favor in terms of food? I mean, he doesn't get it as a rule, which is why he wants it so bad. If you come in with deli meat, he will sell his kidneys for you. You show that kid some pastrami and it's over. Well, I want 2 torn fragments. What if I just get both in the same pull and then I don't have to decide whether or not I want to keep farming? That would be great. Looking at about 8,000 flame blast irons. If I get another 2k, we can get a mount. You can always tell when there's delivery people in the hall because, or like a walkway, because the neighbor's dog goes nuts every time. It's like an early Amazon delivery alert. Kind of convenient, honestly. Why doesn't anybody want to join my torrential fragment farming group? Is it me? Do I smell? Do I not have enough fingers? It's the fingers, isn't it? Maybe raid group farming does work and people are just more into that. Never farm mounts. Stupid Stormcrow got me in a chokehold. Spent 2 days farming. It's a pretty mount. I'm excited for it. Especially now that I can fly on the Siren now. Like, I want to fly that mount around here, you know? I can't believe how fast we finished Plunderstorm. I know we kind of, like, rushed it, but... It was like 3 streams, I think. And the last one wasn't even a full stream. And I didn't even play off stream. I didn't play off stream once. I did all of my plunder farming on stream. And it's just, you know, it was game. I mean, I could play more for fun. That's an option. Was it even 3? 2.5. It was just, it was so fast. Pretty one's been using it a lot. Let me see. Anybody with a competing group? Well, that one's down to 5 people now. I complained. It worked! See? Whining pays. Play for fun? Mods and mounts on the line, right? Like... There's Molten Core transmog to be had. It's not like I've had the last 15 years to farm it. Congrats, Hazel Flourish told me the good news. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very excited, very happy. I wonder if I let go of the need to to keep a conversation going, and I just vibed, how long I could stream mog farming for in a day. How many hours do we think we could cram in if we let go of the need to be entertaining in the slightest? There's always more characters. I never come close to running out of characters I could run that farm with. 8 hours. 24 seems like the time limit. No, I'd get sleepy. I get extra sleepy because I got up early and I went to bed a little late because I knew it was a mistake to put on Satisfactory at like 8:30, 9 o'clock last night when I knew I had to get up at 5:30 for yoga, but like, did that stop me from doing it? No. I had a lot of fun. want to spend a bunch of time and just build a building in Satisfactory without even putting any machines in it yet. I just want to build infrastructure because I'm in dire need of better infrastructure. 1.5 streams of Thunderstorm. Was it 1.5 and not 2.5? It went fast. It went really fast. Oh, I got a fragment. Yeah, I want to keep farming. I want to keep going. That didn't take that long. The last one could take a long time, but I only need one more, and then I would just need one more thunder fragment, and then I would be like done. Like dun. I don't know what sense that makes. Just one more win, right? One more chicken dinner. Oh, everything hurts. Old Intel commercials make that sound? Oh, I don't even remember. Also, let's use one of these. All the tech sounds kind of blend together after a while. Nathan streams like that. 85% vibes, commenting on the game, rarely looks at chat. Yeah, I think if it works, it works. I'm always afraid of change because I feel like if I've done one thing for X amount of time, then people will expect that one thing. And that's kind of why people do second channels, but... And I know I do have a second channel, but my logic on the second channel is that 99% of the time people end up doing exactly what they would have done on the first channel. They tell themselves it's lower pressure and it's just vibes and we're not going to worry about production values or whatever. And they end up doing exactly the same thing. They meet in the middle. And you may as well have just streamed on your original channel because nobody thought that your second channel content was like too lazy for the good channel. Like that's a thing that streamers tell themselves. Maybe there's a couple people that feel like, oh man, this content, this really belongs on the second channel, but I think that's mostly just something we do to ourselves. Work better in creators that play more of a role. Oh yeah, like having like a... yeah, like if I was like a drag queen and I had like an in drag and out of drag kind of thing, that would make more sense, yeah. Or like a character, like you're saying. If they just drop the role in the second channel, everyone can see the role for what it is. Have to keep up the role on every channel. Or they get lazy and they just drop the role in the main channel. Yeah, I think the dead air content is present as well. I get a little antsy if I haven't had anything to say for 10 plus seconds because I still feel like to some extent it's a bit of a radio show. Like your role of a chill person while you're actually a frenetic party monster. That is my theme song. You know me. New use for wigs, Hazel's alternate streamer characters. I don't think I could keep up like an alternate character for very long. I can do bits for like 10 seconds and then I'm tired and over it. I couldn't even keep up wearing the wigs. I did that for I think exactly 6 months. It was about half a year of wigs. And then I was like, you know what? My hair looks fine. I don't need to worry about this. This was fun and I'm over it. What would be your theme song? Oh, aside from Party Monster? What would actually be my theme song? Can we still be friends? Feeling dead air by talking about dead air, right? Apart from rollerbells doesn't count. I feel like it would be super cursed if I came out with like a rollerbells but with lyrics. It's like when a foreign language song gets an English version and you're like, wait, no, I hate it. This isn't right. What you farming? I need one more torrent fragment. Just one. Oh, sorry. I want to some more mobs over here. Send in the bombs. We got the first fragment within about 10 minutes of actually getting set up farming. It took me ages to get set up farming because I kept coming out here without my bombs. But once we got started, it was actually a pretty lucky first drop. Getting my very first drop here, like my second fragment and my first drop from grinding, though, took me forever. But that was before I joined a group as well. Hi, Saga. Hello. How you doing? Got number 6. Must have missed it in an ad break. You can do it. Yeah, we're 6 of 7, and then 4 of 5 for Thunderous. I'm still not quite finished with Thunderous. A little bit more to go. Mongolian metal band came out with an English version of one of their songs. It was the audio equivalent of McDonald's Sprite. When I was in my K-pop era, I almost never put on the English versions of songs when they would come out, and they would kind of jump scare me a little bit. Part of my enjoyment, I think, of K-pop was that I could not understand the lyrics, because it's not that they were like super deep or meaningful, it's like mass-produced pop music. But the fact that because I didn't speak Korean, I couldn't like be annoyed by that in the moment. It needed that mystique for me. As soon as you strip that away with English lyrics, it's all over. "99 Luft Balloons," the only foreign song, has a good English version. I think my favorite lasting K-pop song is just for entertainment value is "Cat and Dog" by TXT, because at the end of it, you know, you're jamming along and you're grooving, and then they go, "I just wanna be a dog, woof 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 woof," and that's like really applicable to any time I'm hanging out with my dog, so it gets a lot of use. They also trill intervals in that song. There's a point where they go, and it's just funny. It's just really funny that made it into a pop music song. Couple of questions. Very casual player, do you recommend finishing Dragonflight? You don't need to finish Dragonflight. You can go back and visit at any time that you like if you want to catch up on story or collecting. But for character progress, you can jump right into it if you are max level. If you're not max level, then you might level in Dragonflight before you get to new content, though. Never got into TXT. They're so, I mean, I guess they're older now, but they were itty bitty babies, which is, I guess, par for the industry. But oh man. Miss EXO. I still have in my library like the albums that came out during my biggest K-pop years, which was kind of like 2018, 17-ish. So The War by EXO is one of like is one that I go back to. Also, all of the early NCT mini albums. I had an NCT thing for a while. I have a hard time with it now sometimes because some of the production's bananas, but. Thank you. Love the stream. Hope all is well. Thank you very much. Working on one more frame. I read like a local story about somebody getting ants in their fast food soft drink. And I wasn't ordering soft drinks from fast food places, but I think if I ever did, I wouldn't anymore. Just because that one visual. And then people in the comments of the post being like, "Yep, that'll happen." And I'm like, what? That's insane. Bonus answer, did they pay for them, right? Logical way to do married names. Hyphenated form for the couple. Children take the surname of the same gender parent. LGBTQ couples might have to negotiate. I've never in my life heard of any family doing that. But I like the idea. Ants are high in protein, I guess? Free ants? You're right, I wasn't thinking about it optimistically enough. You're right, they got free ants. They didn't have to pay extra for those at all. Oh, dear. Fruit flies in the ice, not the soda part. Bonus protein. Had that happen. Oh. This is a very gross story that thankfully did not have a gross ending, but I had a moment yesterday where I was eating a granola bar and there's like a part of it that I can't chew, and I take it out of my mouth to like see what it is. And I like cleaned it off and showed it to my partner, and I was like, please convince me that this is a nut husk, because my worst instincts are pretty sure that it's a nail clipping, but it's a bar that has nuts in it and it's the right color. So whether or not you believe it, please tell me that this is a part of like a nut. Like a seed hull kind of thing. And that's what I'm choosing to believe. I'm pretty sure it was not a nail clipping, because that's bananas, right? Like, that's gross. And weird. Like, hair I understand getting in food production because everybody has... Well, not everybody has hair, but like lots of people have hair that might somehow escape a hairnet. But I feel like for fingernail clippings to get into it, they would need to be like, I don't know, doing self-care on the assembly line, which is just wild. Bananas. You worry about spiders. Banana spiders. My dog tried to catch a spider on his night walk last night, and we were joking about whether if he did catch it, whether he was going to eat it or just take it home as a pet, because I've seen him carry them in his mouth before and then spit them out fully alive. I need to come up with a nicer conversation topic. What else do we got? Oh, man. One more torrential fragment, please. All these respawns. Did we ever get a clip of the ring, or are you just gonna show us time after time? I mean, I'll show it again. We should make a clip in case people want to see it. I don't want to make like a big, I don't want to like, you know, I want to be, what do they say? Mindful, demure, modest, humble, something like that. Someone clip from VOD. You want to see? Here, it'll focus in a second. Here it is. That's the one. I can't decide if I'm going to paint my nails for the wedding. I haven't painted my nails in like 6 months. But it might be nice. But also I feel like my natural nails look fine, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with them. Not that there's anything wrong with anybody's nails, but like, I think it looks nice. Creating. I like it a lot. French tips, if you were gonna do them, yeah. French tips just make me think of spa ladies. And not that there's anything wrong with spa ladies. I just have weird hang-ups. Put one of those sheer pearly polishes on or something. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it was funny. When we started talking about jewelry, my partner and I were like, we don't actually know all that much about jewelry cuts or diamonds or lab diamonds or like things like color grades and clarity and whatever. And by the end of it, he was like, he was like a diamond nerd. He knew all the words. He was like, by the way, we've picked out the stone. It's gonna be a blank, 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 blank. And I'm like, that's a lot of words. That's a lot of specs. Does this thing have like an equip bonus? I guess the equip bonus is that you're engaged. But I think his research paid off. It's lovely. I like it a lot. What? Yeah, vintage vibes. New construction. Congratulations. Wish you both the best. Thank you very, very much. +1 to self-confidence. Thanks. It's funny because we've been living as common law partners for some time, so legally it's not going to change anything about our relationship in Canada. Common law unions have the same rights as married couples, and we've like declared as common law, so we're already like Canada married, and we've been so for a while. So in that case, it doesn't really change anything. And I'm not a huge wedding person. I'm excited for a wedding. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it turns out nice and doesn't give anybody any nightmares. But I think the thing that I'm most excited for, aside from just, you know, getting to tell all of our loved ones how much I like them, I don't want to keep them forever, is, I mean, that's kind of the number one thing. But I'm excited to wear a wedding ring. It's funny, I was excited to wear the engagement ring, and now I'm wearing it. I'm like, one more. Una mas. Light it up. Doesn't, no. All the tax stuff is covered by common law. Common law goes into effect 12 months, 1 year of living together in a marriage-like relationship. Minivan Subaru mom art coming. That would be a plot twist. That would be a big plot twist. I've always said that I don't see myself as a mom. I've always kind of seen myself as a child-free person. But I also didn't see myself getting married again. I didn't think that I was... I mean, at first I didn't think I was ever going to want another relationship, and then I didn't think I was ever going to want to get married. So sometimes people change their minds. I don't know. Don't have it in my state unless you're over 65. In Ontario, it's 3 years. I don't know about a minivan, though. I need my cars to be small so that I can park them places with poor aim. I am a doggy and a kitty mom. Gosh, it's so cute. Both of them will just snuggle right up to me on the couch while I'm playing games or watching TV or something. Like, we'll put on a movie, and sometimes we'll get all four of us on the couch. Myself, fiance. And then Moose will scooch up and Kitty will scooch up, and then the pets will fall asleep and start snoring, and it's just the cutest thing in the entire world. Is there a time frame? Spring, soon. Soon. Shockingly soon. Just to make sure that we can have as much family there as possible. We just had the one ring for my wife. She liked her engagement ring enough that she wanted it as her wedding ring. Yeah, for whatever reason, I'm really excited about having a wedding band this time around. Especially because I was thinking about it and I was like, am I going to wear this fishing? How would I feel if I somehow got fish slime on my engagement ring and then I went, no. But I still want to wear a ring. Obviously, you don't have to wear your rings. My mom's married and she almost never wears rings. Like, she's a massage therapist. She's not a big jewelry person, so like it's not like you have to wear rings to be married. It's the only rule is that you can do whatever you want. But I want to wear like a plain metal band. I want to get a rose gold one that matches this, and I want just a really clean classic one. They're soul gems. You're infusing it with the power of the sea. Am I infusing it with the souls of the trout that I'm harvesting? Wedding or last fragment first. Drop rate is yeesh. I'm seeing other people get them in this group. I'm seeing them drop for people. Veg Packer just got another one. I am 6 of 7. Just one more. Each fish is a stacking pup. Great magnetic directions. Yeah, the silicone band for working is a common thing as well. I was surprised by how much like real rings the silicone rings looked, because when I'd heard of a silicone wedding ring, I'd never like known that I'd seen one before, and I was like, in my mind, you know how like silicone cookware looks? I just kind of imagined it was exactly like that. Same primary colors and everything. Or like gray, but just in ring form, and I'm like, well, that's weird. But then I like saw photos of them, and I'm like, oh, they look a lot like rings. I have to take wedding band off for pole class. Like the watch straps, some drab olive green. Yeah, it's just like an Apple Watch band. Yeah, I don't wear my ring for to yoga because I don't want to take it off at the studio, and I can't wear it because of, if nothing else, because of what can I call it? The standing on the hands thing. It's early in primary series. It's like the second thing that you do, and I don't want to stand on it. I had a silicone ring, peach color, only recently broke due to a cat claw snagging. Wore it for 5 years, now getting a fancy ring. Downward dog. I mean, there's lots of things where your hands are flat, but that I feel like you can get away with. I've seen people wear rings. Just because this one has stones on top of it, though, I wouldn't, like, in hands on feet, your hands are down like that. The backs of your hands are on your mat, and then you're standing on them, which is what I don't want to do. Let me look up what it's called. Sorry, kitty cat. Sorry, kitty cat. What? It's Padahastasana. That's the one. Padagustasana is when you take your toes in your fingers, and then Padahastasana is when you're standing on your hands. Handstand is also a thing, but that's later. I can't do those. I'm not very strong yet. Padahastasana. Images, just for this one. Although, this, yeah. So this is the one that I don't want to wear my ring for specifically. For obvious reasons. I guess I've never seen people do it like this. I guess some people don't stand on their hands. They have us put our hands under there. From a metaphysical standpoint, I'm sure some people wear their rings, but I'd rather just leave it at home where it's safe and then put it on later in the day when I get ready. Looks a little painful. I actually really like that one. I like the standing forward folds a lot because they get blood back into my dome. Oh, I get excited because I thought that I got a fragment, but I didn't. It's not true. Also, I need to re-up my bombs here. BRB getting more bombs. You also, you don't have to keep your legs fully straight in either of in Padagustasana or Hastasana. You can do it with your knees bent at first. It's more important that you're stretching your back than it is that you're stretching your hamstrings. The hamstring stretch you can do as much as you want to whatever degree is comfortable over time. You're not in a hurry. If you're doing enough forward folds, your hamstrings are going to stretch eventually. It's more about leaning forward with your chest and then hinging at the hips to try to put like your stomach on your thighs. That's the kind of motion that I'm looking for anyways. Married 23 years, every 5 years upgrade wife's ring. That sounds lovely. Yeah, we were looking at like anniversary rings, and then we were like, maybe we should calm down and get married first. We can worry about anniversaries later. And then we were like, all this wedding planning and everything is so romantic. I'm going to be a little sad when it's over. And it's like, well, I guess after we're done with that, we can start planning. You know, if you really want to like celebrate your love and your marriage over and over again, you get to do it every year in your anniversary if you like. There's nothing stopping you from planning like a trip or like making as big a deal out of it as you want. Nothing says that you have to just like, you know, not celebrate it. You're welcome to. It's not selfish to get excited about your anniversaries. Love to salvage some of my older pieces, combine some stones into a newer ring. That sounds like a fun project. think rings make me unstable when I practice yoga. Yeah, I don't really want any jewelry. I don't even like, I won't wear necklaces or dangly earrings. I wear my, like, these earrings, the sleeper hoops that I have. Oh, for heaven's sake, I went back to get bombs. I didn't get bombs. I'll be right there. I'm not much of a trip person, but I was getting kind of excited planning our honeymoon. We weren't going to go very far. We weren't going to do a very big thing, but we were planning a, like, maybe a little, if we can afford it, a little getaway. And I was like, well, this sounds so fun. What if this is the one and only trip we ever take? And I just want to leave open in my mind the possibility that we could do anniversary trips too. Not like a week away or anything, but like, you know, like a weekend in an Airbnb with a view. Sounds kind of nice. Although it sounds nice to me now. We'll see. All right. Ooh, Blasphemous with another fragment. I hate traveling, so I send my wife on cruises with her friends. I am a homebody. My mom and her husband do that too sometimes. He's going on a cruise and she's doing something else because she didn't really want to go, and they're pretty happy about it. You know, go forth separately, get some good stories, reconvene, share all your stories. Alright, I'm back and I brought bombs. I just need one more fragment of Rooney here. Go gadget drop rate. I wonder how long it'll take to get the last thunder fragment. If it comes to the point of just grinding that out. That's a later me problem. Taking 2 days of grinding to get the last thunder. Oh no. I figured the torrential might take some doing. Although now that I just need one more, I'm like filled with determination that this could totally happen. Thunder fragments went quick as long as you ignore the 2 hours I spent looting chests outside the store. Yeah. Well, I only need one more. I got lucky and I got one of them today. It's nice that there is a, like, one or two chest spawn points here. Can I farm this next expansion? Yes. Yeah. It is nice to farm it now because there's groups and it seems to go notably faster in a group. But oh, see, somebody else got one. Or maybe it's just noticeable because I'm noticing other people getting them. But yeah, I think that having different people help pull and tag and stuff definitely speeds things up. I got my cyclonic already. It took me maybe like 50 casts. I feel like I was there for a little while, but not hours. It was not too bad. Fishing definitely the move though over farming the boss. Like I killed the boss quite a few times while I was fishing in between, and I got it from fishing for sure. I don't know about multiple people looting the chest. I'm assuming so, but that's just a guess from me. I don't actually know for sure. Trying to farm the currency for the vendor transmogs. It's a grind. Yeah, I know. I want them to. I've kind of, well, I would say I'm kind of consigned myself to just doing the weeklies. And I mean, that's true. And the weeklies are a lot easier to do now that we can fly, so they don't take as long. But am I going to come back and do the weeklies next week, especially if I'm finished my Stormcrow mount? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to remember to do that. I talk a big game about remembering to go back and do stuff like the big dig. Am I actually doing it? I don't know. I don't know. You have to unlock the flying. You have to do the final week of fragment quests for it. Do we know if it's an account-wide unlock? I'm assuming so, but I don't know for sure. In case anybody's... I'm wondering. Don't need Castle Gore fishing. Dragon House fishing. Still got it. Oh, good. I like the enunciation of big dig. When that content first came out, we had a handful of times on the stream where people were like, wait, what did she say? Huh? Hazel. And now, if anything, I think I make it worse by over-enunciating. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, there you go. Done. Done. I'm done. Thank you, everyone. That's a lot of exclamation points. Woohoo! Hooray! Alright. Good luck. Alright, I need a thunder fragment. Because there we go. Torrential rune key. I need one more thunder fragment and then I am done. Congratulations to me. I wonder if I'll ever be old enough to not find stuff like that hilarious. Sometimes it's funny. I feel like that kind of thing is funny to me when it catches me off guard. If I'm expecting it, then maybe less so. It has to surprise me. Alright, so now I am running around the storm looking for treasures to loot. I know they are in all kinds of places. I was looting a bunch of them at the beach before, but there must be like a specific kind of route that is favorable aside. I mean, I guess I could just go back and forth along the south beach and just watch out for the wispy things. I need one more thunder fragment. And then we're all set. Once I have all of my keys, do I go in the storm to turn them in or out of the storm, or does it not matter? I don't remember. In the storm. Okay. Treated myself to some magic cards recently. They arrived today. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Uh-oh, I'm gonna blow myself up. Any treasures? Hello? Treasure chesties? Excuse me. I would like one thunder fragment, please. I'm gonna pull a bunch of stuff. I don't want to pull a bunch of stuff. I wonder if it'll knock me off my mount. Great vid where a guy downloaded every hardcore WoW add-on. There was a fart noise add-on. What did... I mean, at the risk of regretting my question, when did it when and for why did it fart? What does it mean? Oh gosh. No luck there. Wonder where the best place to find these things is. Often I feel like up on the mountains, kind of, like tucked in the corners. What am I in combat with, though? I've never had to, like, grind them outright. I feel like I always figured I would just find them along the way. And it hasn't happened yet. I mean, I got 4 of them on the way, so we just need 1 more. Oh, oops. Never collected magic, but wanted the Assassin's Creed collection. Very expensive. I have no idea what the game did. Enter combat with a leveling mob. Oh, I almost died. Very dangerous. Very scary. Those don't hurt me, do they? That would be crazy. Okay. Alright. I think we've opened 2 chests. We're gonna need more. Let's kind of go loop up around the north hills and stuff. They like little nooks. Fleet lobsters are a pain. Yeah. They hurt. They hurt a lot. Go up this way. Up here? Because, I mean, I could just wait until I don't know, find it somewhere. Next week when I come back for my storm weeklies, it just doesn't seem great. Also, this can't be. I think I'm barking up the wrong tree here. Maybe. It's a path. It could have treasure. Oh, it does have treasure. Alright. I'm gonna start drum rolling before each one. That'll definitely make it drop. Oh, darn it. It made some gloves drop. Got some Landlubber's Gauntlet. How goes crow progress? Done with torrential fragments. Need 1 more thunderous fragment. 1 more thunderous fragment. I'm looking for treasures in the storm. We're hunting in the storm, not out of the storm. Important tip that I definitely knew before today. For sure. Anything up here? No. I turned my desk into a tent. Wowhead has a map of the spawn points. Ooh. Let's, oh, hang on. Promising. Promising. Darn. What do they call these? Rune marked coffer. Here, I got a bunch of coordinates anyway. Yeah, so there are a bunch up here. And then there's a bunch in the middle, kind of by the boat. Got my 6th and 7th 10 seconds later. Nice. Very nice. I really like the whimsy effect on your character that shows you when you're close. I appreciate that. That's nicer than having to like visually check each spot. So we'll go look over here again, and then we'll go check by the boat in the middle. There's 2 spots on this thing. And then there's another one over here. That should hopefully help. I'm kind of trying to not go right on the spot unless I see that it's actually up, because it's going to take my TomTom point away if I go under it. And I'm sure that's a setting I could adjust, but will I adjust it? That doesn't sound like me. Oh, oh. We got a live one. And ta-da-da! Yes! Alright. We're in business. What do you mean I'm in combat? With who? For what? How so? Disagree. Well, that was easy. That didn't take very long at all. It's only... Oh no, it is 11 o'clock. I thought that it would have been like 10. I lost an hour. I didn't notice. Oh, time for lightning bird. So they just go back in the cave, huh? Sounds true. I gotta turn those fragments into a key, and then I think I can just open them all up. Happy. Hi, Hazel. Hope you're well. Hello. Dapper Cake. I hope you're having a lovely week. I'm doing real good. Doing real good. I was hungry this morning. I had 2 bagels and 2 eggs. That's right. And a coffee. And a coconut water. I was hungry. Got the meta achievement for the Isle? I did. I did get that. So I have some idea that it turns in here. I'd be lying if I knew where. Maybe I need to look this up again. Take to the Forgotten Realm to activate the Torrential Runestone. Also, I'm still in combat. On the right side? Straight back in the middle? There we go. Alright, we got 5 keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chance, thank you very much for the 16-month resub. Afternoon, Hazel. How the heck are ya? I'm doing heckin' good. How are you doing, Chance? You excited for our next raid tier? It's a side room, not... I've now had people tell me it is left, right, and middle. I'm Googling it. I've had all 3 answers in stream chat. Thrayir. I need waypoints. Let's see. Located in the Forgotten Vault. Talk to Thrayir. She is lying unconscious, surrounded by runestones. Copy TomTom can't. $77.66. No. This one. I've been working on the 1107 meta achievement. Have everything done besides one time-gated quest in Hallow. You'll be done before you know it. Yeah, here we go. The correct answer was left. Left is seen from the entrance, right is seen from the map. I think maybe is where some of the confusion is some of the confusion is coming from. Started playing again after 3 years. Great to see you still enjoying the game. Welcome back. I hope the game treats you well. Dead bird? Bird, go. What? You gotta fix the bird. This is giving Igor's. I always say go left. Listen, 50% of the time you're probably right. Just play the numbers game. Eyes of the Siren. Ha 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 ha. New mount! Let's put it on the bar and go check it out. Actually, we can just take ourselves out of the storm. That'll port us right out. Nice. Pleased with that. Let me see. I wonder what mount that I have that this looks most like. Do I have any other storm crows that are just storm crows? This is pretty sick. Yeah, I farmed the new mount in. I did the most of my torrential fragment farming in groups, or like half of it up here on the skellies. I found you could get a shard within about an hour, depending on how lucky or unlucky you are, and you need 7 of them. And then the rest of the stuff isn't too bad. Can you show the mount special? Okay. / mount special. Just a little loopy loop. I think that's like an old-fashioned one. Let's do this right. The Antaurus AOTC mount model. Oh. Like the Rogue Legion one. So I have the Stormcrow, I have the boat, I have the Snapdragon. I do not have the surfboard. I need another 500 iron. Which is, I guess, kind of why I'm out here killing rares, as that seems like a good way to get it. Yeah, the surfboard is it's a wave shredder. It's the same model as the trading post surfboard, just a different color, I'm assuming. But I don't think I got it on the trading post. I think I saved my money, or my tender. So this will be good. I still need more pets, I'm pretty sure. I got Marmaduke. There's at least one wild pet that I'm straight up missing, but I'm pretty sure there's more that all the things is missing for some reason. Alright, how much do we get from this? I need 5. I need 600 more. And you get like 40. I need like a dozen rares. Maybe more if I can get into like the drained sludge and stuff. I just don't want to put any of my flame blessed iron in opening up the objectives. Because I need it to spend at the vendor. Seafarer's cash? Seafarer's cash. How much iron in here? I'm gunning for 50. Is it going to be 50? It's going to be 8. That is not 50. That will not do. Oh dear. I need to take a short break too. It's 11. I gotta take a little stream break. I will be right back. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, Rookmar, the wad solar bird. That's right. That was the one. I have BG PTSD every time I hear that sound. I want to tab in, save the flag. Get some more tea. I think that my plan for grinding flame blessed iron, because I want another like 550, is just to get the last mount, because it would be really fun to get one more mount today. I think my plan is rares and treasures. I think that's not a very original or unique idea, but I think it's probably gonna work. It looks like Narathor is coming back up in a minute here, and that's probably gonna be a good bet. I can remove all my Stormcache waypoints now. We don't need those. Chef Chum Platter. I don't know. I think I might want to wait for Narathor. Yeah, it is. I'm growing up. What do you think of raid testing? Dino Gorilla boss fight looked neat. Oh man, it was stressing me out in heroic because I kept dying, but it was my own fault. Once I kind of got the hang of the stutter step mechanic, it was a lot better. Big ol' grats on Thrayir. Why, thank you. You're right, I could farm on a Dwarven alt, because it's account wide, right? Like I could probably transfer it. Yeah, it's transferable. Okay. Oh, this isn't Narathor at all. This is Stalagnarok. Maybe he'll give me a bunch. This drop gotten a few times. I wonder if that's like a luck thing or if it's like a... I don't know. Because I could use a couple hundred. It's not like the end of my farming or anything. I'm just so close to 10k that I kind of want to just get her in. Oh, I'm so excited to be done with Thrayir though. That feels so good. That's so exciting. No more torrential fragment farming, and I'm done with the meta. So I'm really just out here for the cards. You're right, I could do that. What do you get again? Remind me what you get for doing it on a dwarf. Are we talking a toy? Is there a mount? Is it a mog? What's the deal? I forget. It's like a transmog set, right? You get a transmog set? Okay, so 182 iron from him, so that was definitely worth doing. And then the box had another 12 plus a BOE cape. Mog set, yeah. Okay, okay. Let's go do the parrot. See if we can get there in time. Or, no, you're not a parrot. This parrot has a lot of teeth. Am I gonna be okay? Can you solo this guy? I just blazed in arrogantly with big assumptions and no data. Where's he going? Oh, he's getting a snack. Listen, you gotta live up to your name. It's one feisty parrot. Yeah, there's a set. Well, I say this like I've always known when I just was reinformed like a minute ago. Earth, any kind of dwarf. I don't think it matters what kind of dwarf, but you need to be either a dark iron, an earthen, or a regular dwarf to get stonebound earthen regalia. Is that it? Disappointed his name isn't Bruce. I feel like there are. There's got to be at least one shark named Bruce in this game. They must have done that already. Blood brine coming up. Thought there was a mount named Bruce. It's you know what it is? It's Brawlers Guild. Brawlers Guild, that's what it is. There's a Brawlers Guild boss. And the mount, I think, is also... Like, the mount is the boss. And the boss is the mount. That's the one. Yeah, Brawlers Guild Crocodilus. You're right, he's not a shark. Apparently I'm getting my deadly, water-adjacent creatures mixed up. How many do we need now? Another... Oh, much closer. 150. And there's a cache here. Seafarer's cache. I'm actually excited about these now. I wasn't for a while. But I will take... 10 iron. That's fine. I'll take it. Maybe you get lucky and sometimes they drop more than 10. Maybe that's the idea. Alright, so 3 minutes on the... 3 minutes on the drain opening up. That'll be good. This caches out to sea. Wish we could tame sharks as hunter pets. Just put them in a big magic water orb. I would satisfy for them like belly flopping across the ground. That would be so scary because like you see a shark on land and you're like, well, yes, it's a shark, but you know, I can outwalk this guy. And then he starts coming at you kind of fast and you're like, oh Lord. I thought I was safe. Snacker is a robot shark in Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, I did not know that. It's funny, I've actually never played Banjo-Kazooie, but people tell me that my intro song is like the theme music all the time. My doggy is called Bruce. That's a wonderful name for a doggy. 1 minute 46, 1 minute 57. Okay, I'm starting. If these are having 8 to 12 iron in each of them. Maybe they're not so good. Oh, 11. Maybe sometimes they have like 100. Also, there's nobody waiting at this one. This could be a problem. Oh no, there's somebody. There's one person. Fix up my bags, put away some of this BOA gear. Or warbound, I guess. Yeah, do it later. This should give me enough, I think. I think I'll get enough, assuming we don't die horribly, which is possible. I think this should get me enough flame blessed iron. Oh, I need to get another week's worth of profession weeklies. I'm skilling up my disenchanting. I'm very excited about it. Alright, are we all going in? I guess I can start clearing trash and see if anybody catches up behind me. Hi, kitty, you want back up? There's a spot. There's a lamp. I think you and me might have to book some nap time today. I'm tired. I don't know if I could ever quit streaming. Because Kitty likes it so much. I like it too. But Miss Kira gets the most snuggles on stream. Don't get me wrong, she likes me the rest of the time too, but she's like, I think she likes the routine and the consistency of knowing that I'm gonna be here sat in a chair for long enough for her to like really get comfy. Okay, there we go. We got 10k. 10k flame blessed iron. It's mount time. Hi, sugar bean. How you doing? She is sweet. You're a nice girl, huh? I was snuggling both her and Moose and petting them both, and I was like, this is little Boo Boo, and this is big Boo Boo. She's little Boo Boo. Little Boo Boo does not ask as much of me. Both because of her full adulthood and I guess being a cat. She does not ask as much of me as Moose does. I love them both. And they can both have as much as they want. But she's really very self-sufficient. She, like, you know, you gotta feed her, obviously, and clean the box and whatnot. And she needs love, but it's not Hi. Hi. It's not quite Moosey levels of activities. Okay, let's see. I want the vintage wave shredder. That's the one. That's what we saved up for. So we're far from done with transmog farming, because these things are obviously very important. It's nice that they have recolors of the trading post stuff up, so if I feel too cheap to buy something really cool in the trading post, I feel like they're probably going to give me a chance to get something similar in game. Let's see it. This is I didn't get the other one, so this is my first one, I think. Mount special? Oh, yeah. And it skyrides? Oh, it sure does. No. Alright. We are done with that for today. It takes ages to get through. So maybe I shouldn't worry about doing... Maybe I shouldn't worry so much. Also, we missed... I missed... What's his name? Belladar. I didn't do Belladar. I forgot. trading post version have exhaust pipes? I wonder if I can see it in my journal. If I search up trading post mounts and I go to the ones that I don't have. Looks like it does, yeah. This is the trading post one. It's teal and pink, which are honestly more my colors, but what are you gonna do? These are all the trading post mounts I don't have. I thought I bought the Siege Coda. Maybe not. Gold Pterodax. Green Scorpion. Because I feel like I swear I have a Green Scorpion that's just not that one. I didn't get the Yellow Bug or the Blue Crab. Definitely didn't get that. That looks exactly like the ones I already have. Same with the turtle. And then this particular Crocolisk. Because I got them in other colors. Alright. I want to see what I can squeeze out of Molten Core. I'm hesitant to say 100% the Mog from there because that would include Sulfuras and Thunder Fury, and I don't know if I want to stick myself in there until I get Sulfuras and Thunder Fury. I have Sulfuras, bought the hammer for 20k. Boom. I have Sulfuras, Lego, done. Oh, I hope I can be so lucky. I wonder if that one is considered... Is Sulfuras easier? Like, considered easier on average to get? Like, just because you only need one drop and not two? Compared to Thunder Fury specifically? If I had to guess. Oh, wait. Is that important? Yes. Yes, it is. That is my actual neck piece. 584. Oh no, that's my actual neck piece. That one is soulbound for no reason. Nobody wants that. This. Clean up a little bit of room. Of course, we have all kinds of garbage from all of the farming we've been doing. Alright. To Molten Core. Did someone say? Hello, Gabe's Nutty Hazel. Hello, Scarlet. How are you doing? These days, think so? Okay. What if I just get the other binding on my, oh gosh, one of my characters just got one. Just happened. All the BOEs and paper worth 100 plus K. Reality never sell. Yeah, I don't have the patience. I don't have the stamina. I don't have the strength of character. I'm just not a good enough person. Can't be bothered to sell transmog, I just vendor it. Or, better yet, post it on the auction house for like 150 gold. Get all the mog sellers real cranky with you. If they didn't like it, they can just buy it for their stocks, you know? And I'll keep flooding the market and everything will be fine. It's blind demand. Going the wrong way. Incorrect direction. Oh, yeah. I am a wholesaler. I sell to the retailers. Right? That's what I'm gonna start calling myself. Okay, send me in. And then let's take a look at our list and see. Yeah, I'm gonna be the reason WoW runs out of gold. Oh man, that would be worth it for like the Kotaku headline. That'd be great. We're 87.5% collected. 87.5% complete with Molten Core for all armor types. All of them. And that includes, like, I wanna keep shopping for these things as well. Apparently Flabby can make some of them, but I don't really want to bother him. Not getting everything, but just the affordable stuff. Got 2 Thunder Furies before I got Eye of Sulfuras. Oh man. Twitch streamer successfully drains World of Warcraft players of all of their gold. Yeah, it might not be a Kotaku headline. Maybe Dex or two. Alright. Anyway, let's go see if Lucifron and Magmadar want to cough up a couple things. BuzzFeed. Is BuzzFeed dead yet? I know BuzzFeed News wrapped up. What's the point of having the patterns if your friends don't ask for help? That is true, actually. I could retroactively validate an awful lot of farming by requesting assistance. Time to sit comfy. We got a lot of Molten Core to get. I started out running this instance on all of my characters, and I've now kind of calmed it down to just hunters, druids, and then I guess maybe warriors, like the faster ones. Although if I run out of lockets. Also, normally I gather these all up like a smart person, and I haven't been doing that, so I might get some... Yeah, that one's... So they're haunted. They're thinking about it. They're not getting them. Aw, thank you, Scarlet. Flappy needs to continue to have all the patterns because he's my sole source of crafting. Alright, Magmadar could drop me Cenarian leggings. That would be great. I'm excited now that I'm in the phase. No. Where I need like one or two things from each boss, so I can actually get excited and like anticipate. It would be really cool if it was this thing, and you know, like sort of check bosses off the list. You can make ATT show things that are not relevant for your class by toggling on account mode. There's a checkbox in the settings, and you can also keybind the account mode toggle. So I have it on a keybind, so I can see I've got 93.2% collected for hunters and 87.5% overall. But you could also, if you go, no, not /ATT. If you go into options and you go into general, it's account mode right here. That's the one. I am thrilled. Yeah. Are ya? No problem. Now that we can collect transmog for all armor types and all like class sets and stuff when we're farming this kind of thing, it feels a lot more reasonable and realistic to farm account-wide stuff. So it's nice to be able to pop it on. Yeah, that's the right kind of engaged. Oh, I got some Earth Fury gauntlets. That was on my list. Nice. That was from Gehennis, who now only has one more item for me. Gar could give me a Lawbringer helm, and if he wants, he could also drop me a binding. Congratulations. Thank you. It would be funny if I came in here being like, I'm engaged, and what I meant was that somebody had booked my services at like an event. I've been engaged to DJ at a party, which would be very surprising because I wouldn't know the first. I would be that person that shows up with like an iPod. Being like, is this right? That's all you have to do, right? Not so much. Oh, I got the Lawbringer helm. That's nice. So now the only thing Gar has left for me is bindings. And one of my characters has his binding already. It's just, you know, the trick is getting the other binding on the same character. So now we're going to try Baron Geddon and Shazra. 3 things on Shazra and then shoulders on Baron Geddon specifically. Shazra's been holding out on me. But the nice thing about this is you only need each piece to drop once. There must be people, I know there are people that have 100%ed this instance for Mog well before they let us collect for all armor types, and that would have taken so much work because you would have needed to have been logged into the right class at the right time. No luck there. Got an enchanting formula. It is not worth anything. Any one of our 3 here? Nope. Not this time. He drops 2 items, so maybe next time I'll get lucky and I'll get both. I'm engaged to be Wednesday's guest host for trivia night. I don't know if the illusion only drops for Shaman or not. I don't know. If I collect all of the Mog and I'm missing just legendaries and the illusion, I'm probably going to move on. I'm probably not going to stick it out for the legendaries. So if I'm ever going to have a Sulfuris, I'm going to need the Eye of Sulfuris to drop for me before I finish collecting the rest of this. As long as I'm in, I may as well do Reg. But once I'm done with everything else, I think... I know it won't be 100%, but like... I don't know. I feel like you could get a lot of... You could get a lot of Mog much faster if you made a goal of collecting 90% of any given instance's stuff before moving on. Because a lot of your time goes into just getting the last little bits and pieces. But it's so satisfying to get the last little bits and pieces. I have been taking a little YouTube break. A little hiatus. But we'll be back with raid guides. Fear not. Alright, so nothing from Golemag. Major Domo doesn't have anything left for me, but we gotta do him. And then Ragnaros, if I'm really lucky, could give me an Eye of Sulfuris. You know, it's up to him. I'm not saying no. He's the one saying no. Got a staff transmog, and it's a mop, and it's everything. It's my new favorite weapon. I have heard of the Zone Lock Challenge. It sounds really fun. I kind of want to do it. The only thing I don't... I mean, I guess I don't know all the rules. I don't think I would level lock myself. I think I would want to just farm without level locking. Yeah. Rag drops a Illusion Flame Tongue. It's a shaman-only weapon illusion. Mage Belden, thank you very much for the 51-month resub. Much love to you and all of yours. Thank you very, very much. I know the Zone Lock thing became popularized by like a YouTube creator or streamer. Like there was somebody in particular that kicked it off, and then people have been picking up on it and doing it. I don't know if there's like a given rule set for it. There might be. I think the idea is generally that you are in a zone and you collect everything before you leave the zone. Like, you're not allowed to leave until you have everything from that zone. If, like, a quest or an objective would require you to leave the zone, then you would table that one and come back to it when you would eventually end up in the zone that has the other thing. But, like, Lord Nabble, that I think was the one. Alright, Operation Make It to Ragnaros without falling on the loft. Classic zones seem reasonable. That's the thing, though. They only seem reasonable. Like, getting all the questing Mog, sure. But classic zones often have weird, like, BOE drops. They have, like, oh man, these 4 skeletons have a 0.07% chance to drop, like, a purple belt. Not like an epic quality, but just like a belt with a purple buckle or something like that. There's a surprising number of really weird ones, especially since they brought back a lot of previously removed stuff. You could really get taken a while for that one. Done that with 100% of quests, item drops in dungeons. Yeah, dungeons I think is fun. I love spam running a dungeon until I have all the Mog from it. I get a big kick out of that. World drops sounds like a project though. Started more relaxed on the rules since I don't have the attention span to farm 1 rare at a time. A lot of WoW streamers will stream mornings because they can get the European audience that way. Evening by North America time is generally middle of the night for Europe, and a lot of the WoW audience is based in Europe. So you're gonna get a lot of people will be this time because they'll get dinner time for, you know, it'll be like morning for West Coast, lunch to dinner for like East Coast, North America, and then it's Actually, I have no idea what time it is in EU. Dinner? 8 hours ahead, something like that. It hits more time zones. It royally does not work for Australians though. Our apologies to our oceanic friends. All of our oceanic friends are insomniacs because those are the only ones that ever are up for this stream. Back to work I go. Have a wonderful day at work. 6 a.m. in New Zealand, not ideal. I feel like people that are getting up at 6 a.m. too are not getting up early so they can like sit down and watch a live stream. I feel like that kind of energy is for later in your day. If you're up at 6, you're like, I don't know, you're writing in your bullet journal. You're making your artisanal coffee and going for a run or something. I am up at 6. And if it were not for yoga, I probably would not be. I'm up at 6 and I am cranking my butt into the yoga studio. But yeah, you're right. I don't watch streams either way. But if I did, it would probably be like around dinner time to evening. Like during gaming hours, I would have it on like another stream. Get up at 4, watch Twitch, go to gym, and watch more Twitch until work. I feel like it would be fun. I guess it depends on what you're doing at the gym and how much focus you need. Watch Twitch at gym. How do you not get overwhelmed looking at all the things? I set up my all the things settings to very specifically have it not pop up automatically. And I mainly pull up the zone list. I don't usually look through the main list. I mainly pull up zone. But I call it. It doesn't call me. That's important to me. You can also filter things off of it. I have like a little walk through my settings there. Cause yeah, it is super overwhelming. So I find kind of narrowing the scope of it helps me a lot. I also toned down what it shows me in tooltips because I do want to know if something drops an item, but like default all the things tooltips go really hard. They go ham and it was just too much for me. Overwhelming. I'm collecting all, not just cloth, all. Should I take him through? He's a warrior, why not? Yeah, you can filter off looking at same items with different IDs. You'll still collect the item ID if you do pick up the item, but you can have all the things do... I don't even know what they call it. There's like an insano mode for people that want every item ID. It's data for Azeroth that does not allow you to determine. We get semis delivering cars and all that starting around 3 a.m. So that's when I wake up. Oh, up 3 a.m. bed at 11. Who needs sleep? Oh. Maybe different during cardio. Yeah. I have to kind of focus if I'm doing anything physical. Otherwise, I'm liable to hurt myself. I need to be thinking about it. I need to clean up a little room in his bags. Got a bunch of garbage. I just delete the Molten Core pets. Sucks to be them. Kitten cyberspace. Cyber ghosted. Okay. Let's do... It's tough to lift in the middle of the set. Go, wait, I want to say something about this. Yeah, I guess chatting would be a whole other ballgame too. I feel like I would listen to a stream while I was like walking or working on something, but I feel like I wouldn't. As soon as you chat, and I know that this is, I mean, obviously I want you guys to chat, but I was terrible at it because as soon as I would chat, I would be like, wait, now I am beholden to stay at the desk in case streamer responds. And it was too much pressure. I'm a big ol' lurker when I do put streams on. More Tortolans. Send us to their homeland. It's just underneath the Turtle Island, the Wandering Isle. Turtles all the way down. I want to go to Molten Core. I think I Drink wants to talk to you. I Drink can get in line. I am clearly busy. I am going important places. Those Legion class order hall starter people are really funny because they do like, there's lots of NPCs in this game that will kind of follow you around and be like, hey, 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 help. But like, those ones are the worst. Yeah, some workout streams are about working out, and some workout streams are about something else. Do I have war mode on? I do not. No war. Only friends.
State your business.
Oh, for the ability that gives you 2 heroic leaps. Would it even work inside of an instance? There we go. 87% here. What's the expand all button again? There's an expand all. I forget. I can do it. I can do it manually. Yeah, I won't be quite as fast as my hunter and druid, but I should be reasonably quick. Faster than my priest. Everybody's faster than my priest. And I actually like doing transmog runs on my priest, so it's kind of nice because it sets my bar for how fast I expect to be able to move really low. AGT sorts bosses alphabetically, and I don't know how to get it back to sort in boss order. I've never heard of that setting. That's kind of cool. Saphirex, thank you for the 24-month resub. Happy 2 years. Look at us all growing up. Gonna auto run to pick all this up because I don't want to kill any of them. I don't know why I worry about it when you could easily re-kill them and it would not be a problem at all. Oh, how did I kill him? What do we get? Nothing? Magmadar, Cenarian leggings, that's what we want. I love this because it's just such a clear goal. You kill boss, you hope for Cenarian leggings. Did not get them. Maybe next time. You know, it's like such a specific, easy to understand thing, and you can see your list getting smaller and smaller, and you can see your percentage getting bigger with everything that you get. It's just so nice and clean and clear. Alright, our next chance is gonna be Gehenna's for a chance at Night Slayer gloves, rogue gloves. Another thing I've been collecting along the way that's not necessarily on the list here is item IDs for greens. I have a lot of the appearances from these greens already, but often from different items. And at least in terms of ranking my transmog collection against other people on my server using data for Azeroth, item IDs unfortunately matter. So I don't go out of my way to get them, but if they happen to me, I get a little bit of satisfaction. It's a little bit fun. You'd think he would run faster because of how long his legs are. You'd think I would run faster because of how long my legs are. I have many things in life, but I don't know if fast is one of them. My doggie's fast. He's got wheels. Alright, Gehenna's. Night Slayer gloves. Next time. Alright. Good talk. Gar can give me just bindings. And this is not the character that already has them. But we got a full clear anyway. Over half my tunes are Worgen because Darkflight is so nice for running around old instances. Got buffed a little bit, I thought, didn't it? Not that I have any Worgen. I wouldn't know personally, but I feel like I remember reading something. He's good at climbing trees and going through jungle brush. For a moment, I thought you meant my dog. My dog wishes he could climb trees. He covets squirrels and their ability to fly and run along the squirrel highway of all of the power lines and whatnot. I'll never forget the first time he saw a squirrel as a little puppy when I was walking him. He got so excited and he started to chase it, and the squirrel went up a tree and Moose tried to run up the tree. And seeing his first heartbreak when he realized he could not climb trees like squirrels could. Because, I don't know, I just assumed dogs would instinctively understand that, but no, he had to find out. He really thought he was going to do it. Poor buddy. He made it surprisingly far up the trunk, but alas, verticality, not a strong point. Alright, okay. Shazra, you still have 3 things for me. Poor Moose. I don't think he wanted to make friends with the squirrel. Raised by a cat, just assumed his claws would work. I got Giant Stalker's gloves, and that was one of the 3 things I needed, so we actually just finished Giant Stalker armor. Hunter tier is now fully collected. That's nice. I've seen videos of dogs who did learn to climb trees. Oh man, that sounds like a YouTube rabbit hole I would go down. That sounds right up my alley. As long as he doesn't start climbing fences. I need fences to contain him. It's very important. So we're hoping for something from Golemag. 2 things. Lawbringer chest guard and Night Slayer chest piece. That would be ideal. He's got a huge loot table though, so you do not have a great chance of getting any either given item. It says 4%. I don't know where it gets that data from, if it's just dividing it evenly by the amount of stuff on the loot table. Because yeah, some of these items are 5.8, some of them are 3.8. Who's to say? Tough to know. No rate testing today. I think I mean, maybe there is for like Mythic or something, I don't know. I'm not doing Mythic rate testing. For the good of all of the people that are Mythic rate testing, I will not be in their group. You don't want me, I'm a big ol' liability. I was kind of a liability in Heroic, honestly. I wasn't doing great. Any luck? No, I didn't need any of that. Anyway, well, still got a chance for the Eye of Sulfuras. Is your dog fast? If you move to a more rustic area, would he be a good rat dog? He's faster than his dog friends. I don't know if he would catch a rat. I would be a little afraid for him if he did, because rats are vicious. He's not like a terrier, but he's got some wheels. And he's good at stalking things too. Like he can be very still and he can move very calmly and nonchalantly, and then he can turn on the gas when he thinks he's close enough. This is a skill he generally uses trying to get bunnies. Unfortunately for him, he's always on leash, so the most he usually does is give my shoulder a real good stretch. First heroic boss is pretty easy. That's standard though. Like the first boss is almost always pretty easy. They usually like to give you a bit of an easy win to start you off with. He doesn't necessarily lift the paw, but he'll start to twitch it a little bit. He's definitely got a little bit of that instinct in them somewhere. He'll get a shaky paw when he's like locked onto something that he wants to chase. I've seen the nose moving. Dog mortared where possible. Oh man. We're going this way. I've had stories from my mom about how they had to cover up my childhood dog apparently brutally murdered a bunny in the yard. Like, gore strewn around sort of a situation. Spread it across the 7 corners so that it may never resurrect kind of thing. And how they had to clean it up before, like in a hurry before we got home from school or something because they didn't want us to know. Because we were like young at the time. Thought that was a nice thing for my parents to have done. Prey drive's gonna prey drive. I'm just glad Moosey doesn't see Kitty as prey. He sees Kitty as friend who sometimes hits me. Kind of dog was that one? Very similar to Moose, actually. My childhood dog was also a German Shepherd Husky cross. German Shepherd / Husky / etc. Like another SPCA dog. And they actually look quite similar as well. I don't really have any good photos of my childhood dog. She was smaller than Moose. Moose is definitely a bigger boy. But very similar kind of vibe. Like, sort of like a husky-ish, but with more like golden tones. Must have been real fast. Yeah, maybe it was a dumb bunny. Every now and then that happens. We had a cat that would eat the heads of mice. Oh my gosh. I am on a YouTube break. I have not retired though. I shall return. Eventually. Dog had a lot of wolf in him. Not literally, but he had that wildness. Moosey kind of looks a little bit like a wolf. Not that he has any wolf at all, he totally doesn't, but like the Shepsky in him kind of makes it not exactly the same, obviously you would know, but like he's a little bit like a mini one. They had a wolf either model or taxidermy or something at the museum that they would let you pet, you could touch it, and the fur felt exactly like Moose. Wow. So sometimes I don't call him a wolf because I know he's not, but sometimes I call him a wolf because he's a wolf. Part of the reason he gravitated towards Moose. The funny thing is when he was a puppy, he didn't look anything like what he looks like now. He had it looked like he was going to be like a short-haired, almost more like a cattle dog kind of dog. He really grew into the fluffiness. But yeah, I think the thought must have crossed my mind that getting another like Shepsky kind of mix was going to be, because I loved my childhood dog. I adored her. I was just in love with that dog. She was so sweet. Big kissy dog, lots of big tongue, lots of licks, that kind of thing. But yeah, apparently I have a type. I miss Moose. I guess I'm almost done with stream for the day. I'll get to see him soon. He doesn't even pick up his head when I go visit him on my stream break. Like, I'll go usually pet him when I get up in the middle of my stream. And he's just like, I know you're not staying. And it's nap time. I'm napping. Alright. Any Eye of Sulfurs?
Three, two, one.
Oh, look. I'm reading the Wowhead comments for this shaman enchant, and people are not reporting looting it on anything but a shaman. People are saying it's only lootable on shamans, and that was before the changes, but like, yeah, it seems like maybe it's a shaman only drop. I think I'm gonna do my next run on a shaman. I'm gonna fit in one more, just to see. Share the moose in a bow tie picture on Discord sometime after stream. Yes, I will do that. Pretty. Alright. I got a shaman in here somewhere, right? Honey Plum? Honey Plum, you're up. But it would be nice to if I could see the drop. It's not 100% drop. How do shamans clear trash and stuff? What am I, Ellie? Enhance? I should probably be enhance, eh? Especially if I can... Ellie should be fine. Question mark? Also, whew, 1 sec. Thank you for your patience. Let's go. Black rock dance. This way. We're gonna go a little over time, but what if we get the flame tongue illusion? It could be worth it. Yeah, it's true. I got engaged last week. But we just started talking about it today. Also, the tea's gone. That's why I haven't been drinking tea. I didn't give too many details in the proposal story. There's not a whole lot to say. We went for a nice walk. We went to a pretty garden. Alright, Molten Core time. Just heard about Moose in a bow tie and I'm sold. Moose wore a bow tie and came with us to Pretty Garden. I thought that was pretty cute. Gather mate. I don't need gather mate. So I can do that every 24 seconds. What else do I got? I mean, I could cast Chain Lightning, but that's 1.7 seconds of my life. Frost Shock, okay? Okay. Yeah, because apparently I'm spec'd Ellie. You know, Thunderstorm's probably a short enough cooldown for, like, the amount that I'm going to be AoEing trash. I think it'll do. Resto Shaman with Acid Rain is the best. Okay. I'm actually fairly fast. I kind of forgot how good Ghost Wolf is. This is kind of nice. I can't tell how fast I'm going. It says 4. Oh yeah, 40%. That's really good. For just like a straight toggle. Alright, if you guys could come through here. Drag everything with you, nuke. Yeah. Go. 2 bosses worth of stuff. Any luck? No luck. Also, I need to turn on all the things on this character. I haven't played her in ages. She wants all the things on and maybe Gather Mate off? Night Slayer gloves, and then bindings, I guess. Wow, Lucifron's really holding out on me. Although now there's no boss that has more than 2 items. And there's only 3 bosses left that still have 2 Mog pieces for me. So we're getting through this. We're at 88.8%, and I've got another, like, 10 pieces that we could get from here that would shave that list down quite a bit. Wonder what it looks like. Oh, that's what it looks like. It's kind of cool, but you can only use it on a shaman. Oh, I'm stunned. Alright, Gar. If you feel like you want to cough up a binding, that's fine by me. I'll take him on as many characters as I can get. Oh, chain lightning isn't even unlimited targets. That's funny. No luck there. Baron Geddon and Shazra. We're looking for Arcanist gloves and Cenarian gloves, and then Fellheart shoulder pads, which I feel like are kind of cool. Those are actually 6 shoulders. The Warlock tier. I could wear them on a Warlock once. Waiting patiently. Congratulations to you both. Thank you very much. You guys are so sweet for waiting. I thought it was kind of funny how we were all like just too modest to bring it up. I didn't want to bring it up and nobody wanted to ask. No luck there. Those shoulders always look best in orcs. Yeah. I don't tend to be terribly subtle about my secrets. I feel like that's the epitome of this stream's energy. I did not estimate how many of you were gonna be so demure and not mention anything. I kind of figured that if I just started wearing it on stream, eventually somebody would bring it up, and somebody eventually sort of, I think I just decided I wanted to talk about it. We're a mostly polite bunch. It's just, I don't know if you understand how crazy that is for the internet. Especially for video content. It's kind of like the land of if anybody sees anything commentable, they will say something. You know, it doesn't have to be a big thing, so for it to be a big thing and for nobody to say anything, that's kind of wild. It's very sweet. Thanks, guys. It makes sense, though. I have been really private about my relationship. She'll share with the class eventually. I was kind of scaling up the hints over time. I'm happy. It's not gonna make like a huge, like, my life is gonna be generally the same more and after, just with more rings, but we're excited to be able to celebrate with our family. Golem please? No? Okay. I've been sleeping on shamans for mog farming, actually. I think I could definitely spruce up my abilities for it, but for Molten Core you don't need a ton. Especially if I'm not, like, grinding out the trash. Simpton, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Missed everything, had no idea. I only started talking about it today. I started wearing the ring a week ago when I got engaged on stream, but we only started talking about it today. Alright. Come on, Ragnaros. See, now I feel like my shamans should be the first characters that I run through this for chances at the Flame Tongue illusion. The missing comma there makes it sound like you got engaged on stream. We all chose to ignore it. Imagine he bursts into the office, proposes live on stream. We like mic him up and everything, and people are like, we supposed to see this? Thank you, Daughter Ryan. You were waiting to talk about it till I was home for my trip. That is what I'm telling myself. I feel like doing a proposal on stream would raise questions about whether or not they were actually getting married because it just sounds like a stunt, right? I'm sure some people that spend a lot of time on stream together would make sense to do it that way, but I didn't have the I didn't have it in me. I didn't even, we were talking about like styles of proposals because he was very sweet and considerate and asked me what I would like. Not in like an order off a menu kind of thing, but just like a, do you want there to be other people involved? Do you want it to be somewhere public? Do you want it at home? That kind of thing. And I realized that I really did not want it to be public or any kind of a spectacle. I did not even really want like other passersby to see it, you know? I'm just shy. I just didn't really want anybody watching. But I also didn't want it to be at home, so we found like a private little corner of a garden. Knew a couple that got engaged on TV, but not married. Yeah, I think public proposals are very romantic for some people, and they really suit some people. There's something about the spectacle of not being afraid to, you know, declare your love in front of all those people that does mean a lot to some people. It just doesn't mean anything to me. I just want it to be like, you know, private between the two people. I think the only way that you would do a public proposal is if you had already talked to the person that you were planning to propose to and gotten their feelings on whether or not they would personally like a public proposal, you know, like, yeah, maybe it ruins the surprise a little bit, but it's better to know. Way too introverted for that. Yeah, no Jumbotron for us. Yeah, I can't pressure someone too. I mean, I'm new age, but I feel like you should already kind of know the answer before you ask, because I feel like a proposal should not be a couple's first discussion about marriage. And for most of the people these days, I don't think it is. Wife and I got married in my parents' backyard. Congrats, Hazel. Wife and I had our 2-year anniversary back in October, and it's been wonderful. Especially around now. Even in restaurant, too many people. Yeah, I decided I didn't want a restaurant. I wanted outside, and I wanted as private as private as possible. And it was nice that we had our puppy there too. I thought that Moose was gonna like start licking his face when he got down on one knee, but he was actually very well behaved. Why do you think they added a meta progress achievement for War Within so early? Altruism? It's nice to know ahead of time what to keep up with.
3, 2, 1.
Ta-da. Oh, I saw some blues and I was like, did I get the enchant? I did not get the enchant. Flame Tongue Illusion. It's going to be a blue drop, but not one of these. Anyway, we're still at 88.88%, but maybe off stream I'll do some shopping from this list and see what else I can get. Yeah, I want to fill out this entire list. Maybe give or take the legendaries. I'm not committed to grinding those out, but I want to get the rest of the stuff. For sure. And it's time for me to wrap up stream. I'm all finished. I'll be back tomorrow though. What's tomorrow? Friday? I could live in Molten Core all the live long day. And I might. Because we got the Stormcrow out now. Thrayir's done. I would like to thank you guys very much for joining me today. I appreciate the company. I hope you have a fantastic Thursday and in general, a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.